Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I just wanted to share an experience that I had in the masjid earlier today for Salat al-Jumu'ah. Let me preface what I'm going to say with this right here. This dunya, this world we live in, will make you hard. It will make you untrusting. It will make you stay away from people. It'll make you untrusting. It'll make you not wanting to share. It'll make you constricted and not want people that you don't know in your space. Islam is a beautiful religion, and Allah continuously gives us reminders of the things that are truly important. Today in the masjid, I went for Salat al-Jumu'ah, and I walked in and I walked up to the front row and I sat. And there was an old Pakistani man who was sitting right next to me. He old, in his 80s, old, hands wrinkled, kind of elderly. He had that posture, that elderly posture. I've seen this brother in the masjid previously, but I just never spoke to him. I don't ever remember giving him salams. I don't, ever remember having a conversation with him, which I didn't. And when I sit down, he patted me on my thigh, and I looked at him, and he extends his hand and he gave me salams. And I returned the salams. And I went to pull my hand back, and he tightened up on my hand. And he said, "Brother, what is your name?" And I gave him my name. And he said, "My name is," and he named himself. His hands were very soft, old man hands, but very soft. And then he took his other hand and put it on the back of my hand. So now both his hands were holding my right hand. And he said, "Where are you from?" And then we started to have conversation, and that conversation turned into laughter. We began to enjoy each other's company and each other's conversation. And then the muezzin came and he called the adhan, and we had to stop talking. And then at the end of the salah, he reached over and he rubbed my back. And I rubbed his back and I walked away. I went and sat in the lobby, and I was talking to some brothers, and the brother came and he sat down next to me. And I looked at him, and he stuck his hand out again and he gave me salams. And again, he held my hand and he said, "I want to continue our conversation." So I asked him how long he had been in my city. He said, "I got here, and the year that he named was the year that I was born." So that tells you how old he is and how long he's been around. And we had a good laugh about that. And I told him, I said, "That was the year I was born." And then we talked about children again, and we talked about Islam, and we talked about, and I found myself softening. I am by no means a tough guy, a hard guy. I'm not, but I do have, I guess, some toughness around my heart a little bit. I'm not as open and not as maybe I should be. And that old man broke my barriers down in minutes. And I really enjoyed his conversation, and I really enjoyed his company. He was really, really a nice old man. And then he did something that I was really thrown back by. He pulls out his cell phone and he says, "Give me your number. I'd like to call you sometime." I said, "Okay." So I called his phone, but he didn't know how to save me as a contact. So I had to show him how to save my name in his phone as a contact. He didn't know. He was like, "I've had this phone for so long and I still don't know how to use it." So I had to help him to do that. Allah reminds us, and Allah continues to have mercy on his creation. And I believe that meeting this old man today was a reminder for me to chill out, be easy, give salams to my brothers, meet my brothers, because you never know who's who. He made the Jumu'ah for me today. He was very special. So I just wanted to share that experience with you. Maybe you'll find benefit in it, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Wa jazakum Allahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.